soak
And
up all the
Bloodlust.
damage. And Bloodlust and, you know, Mage Slayers and all the auras.
Okay, just your casual pause here to make sure you're in South America.
Okay, it does look like an Abaddon support,
This is a
though.
good opportunity to learn. Making mistakes is the path
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think Blood Grenade, just looking Enigma. I don't think either support would start with... yeah, he's going Urn. Pretty much a core Enigma then.
Okay. So I guess they have... I'm gonna quickly check. Is Stinger's, like, extra name? Nope. His alternate IDs are not showing like that. Frank have any alternate IDs? Frank is Devil.
Okay. Alright, so it is going to be the core Enigma here. I mean, I think I'm okay with both. Especially if the Enigma goes for an aura route. It looks like he's going Vessel first, and then might get the Vlads. I think I'm fine with this.
It's good against
with this route.
Undying, which I guess Abaddon would struggle against. But on the other hand, you are playing a Sven plus Abaddon against a Grimstroke Doom, which is also not great.
Yeah, laning wise, it's gonna be a bit tough. But you're also going to be denying a lot of farm from that Luna having the Enigma in the offlane. You're going to out-deny her. Just so much harass that comes from that techie 700 attack range. It's definitely, has its ups and downs. And, Sven is a hero that doesn't mind losing the lane that much just because you can always resort to that jungle.
Let's see. Any starting engagements? Not gonna happen just yet. Devil. Demonic summoning. Has it always been called demonic? Oh, it used to be called conversion, but of course now that it's...
Yeah.
you don't convert anything, you just summon, it's... okay.
It's so weird that he uses your HP, though. That is one thing I'm just... I don't like it. Like, now at least they're making this thing where they get 4% of your current health. But 4% is so little. I think, like, if you have a heart and 3,000 HP, they're gonna get, like, 120 extra HP, right? It's a bit weird, but maybe, maybe it grows on me. I've spammed this hero for a long time, and I like that the hero's being played, but I prefer the old version much more.
Yeah, but the old version was kind of broken.
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
It was really just BS that you pulled the lane back automatically every single time.
Yeah, it was definitely a problem. But now they buffed the spell in other ways, so the cooldown is much better. You can always body block the creep waves because you can summon it anywhere. It has a couple of good things about it. How's mid lane going? So 5-2 against the 1-0. Damn.
That's not a great way to start for Alone. Lumpy did show his stuff yesterday in those mid matchups. Looked really convincing.
Yeah. He definitely even won some matchups I don't think he should have. And looks like the top lane.
I mean, that Lumpy Ember Spirit from yesterday was just insane.
Yeah. Like 0 deaths until literally the last minute of the game, and
against
a Husker, right?
Husker
it was
mid
crazy.
as well. That was really sublime.
The entirety of beastcoast, it definitely felt, at least from the games that we cast, that they were the team. Oh, wait a second here.
TP mid, Lumpy underneath the tower got skewered in, and that is going to be first blood for Michael, or Michel, as he technically is supposed to be pronounced.
Big recovery already, damn.
And top lane, yeah, top lane is just going to be a struggle, but if Parker can get himself some experience, he can always just head in towards the jungle.
Abaddon not having the level 2 there. And it's just a tough lane for the Abaddon. Park here, no HP whatsoever. Doesn't buy, actually just buys a belt of strength instead of buying tangos. This is literally just relying here.
Delivered, so.
Oh, that's true. That's his healing salve. We'll pop it now. Does take a while for it to heal, though.
Yeah, I mean, he does have over 1,000 HP already, so it's not the wildest. It doesn't heal ungodly amounts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are currently just relaxing, trying to get all the farm in. Lumpy, even though he did get killed in mid, is still looking pretty good in terms of the last hit department. He's definitely feeling quite decently in control. Does have to be very careful of those skewer back plays, of course, because there's always that second TP for Michael to rejoin the fray.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely something we have to watch out for. It is already back on cooldown for Michael. He did acquire a second one. Didn't die just yet. But I think the biggest thing right now is this Enigma is actually getting trashed. 18 and 10 on the Luna, so the Enigma is being out-denied. Maybe the fact that the techies did TP for a while ended up weakening this lane. But I expected the Enigma to be doing a better job right now. Way too many Eidolons being fed to this Luna.
Yeah, it's Luna's got pretty good base attack damage with the Lunar Blessing buff added on top, and he's just doing a better job at least last hitting creeps so far. Though Devil does have the lane fully in his control right now. And there was a TP towards mid by Michael.
I guess did he walk base and refill the bottle?
No, he just TP'd from bottom towards mid.
Interesting. Alone is actually higher level just because of that kill, so this definitely helps. Could potentially get a good skewer back, but didn't manage to pull it off just yet.
Jim Park's actually got really a solid amount of farm as well in that top lane, even though it looks like it should be a lot more dangerous, but the Abaddon constantly throwing out aphotic shields and miscoils onto Parker is keeping him healthy enough to be able to continue to lane, which is obviously the way that Parker wants to play this game. You just get a bunch of mana regen and keep on healing me. That's the way to go, or so you think. Jim Park now top lane. There's going to be the jump up from Lumpy, 2-man pound the strike. And there's the Jingu Mastery. Parker being healed up by XTS. Does have... nope, the heal is a bit too far away, and the kill does get secured. Alone tried to get the catch onto the Monkey King, but is able to leap away just in the nick of time. So that TP from Alone will not result in anything gained for the Estar Bucks side.
Oh, that's an awful TP. He actually had the opportunity to recover a lot in CS, and now there's so many creeps dying under his tower. It feels like he's still going to control the room because they are top still. That's a dieback on the Abaddon. I guess not a dieback, but he died twice with no opportunity to help Jim Park.
Yeah, Jim Park does have to be a little bit careful here because they can just, with those creeps there, dive a bit underneath the tower. Monkey King is going in from behind. Michel gets the dive jump up onto Moose. A lot of damage. Another TP as well with XCS rejoining the top lane. I mean, to be fair, Devil doesn't need any help bottom because the lane is in his control. It can easily start jungling at this point, but Alone's coming up with a haste rune towards top. Has the RP at the ready. Lumpy needs to get himself back. Nice bound the strike. Can he get the jump up? No RP onto 2. Skewer drag back with the stun from Parker on top, and the Doom is in trouble. There's a Tombstone that's a bit nasty though, and they will actually get XCS instead. Vitally chasing in after Parker, but Alone, great shockwave. Level 3, the slow is too much for Vitali to work with. And they will lose Michel, so it's, in the end, still not too bad for Beast Coast.
They did commit RP. Sure, you lose Lumpy, but at the end of the day, you got a couple of stranglers there. Jim Park, though, gotta be careful. That Inkswell, no boots on the Undying. It looks more menacing.
Lumpy's here, though.
But Lumpy.
And Parker is just in trouble. Lumpy is going really aggressive on making sure that Parker doesn't have a game. They know what tends to be a Parker team's win condition.
Yeah, that is definitely true. It definitely gave space here for Devil. He was by far the hero on the side of the Starbucks that was struggling the most, and now he is slightly ahead of the Magnus from Alone. So both of these scores not having the best game, and with Parker already dying twice, I would say Bisco's probably pretty happy with the situation. This Luna free farming, and yeah, maybe this Monkey King is having to rotate excessively, but the carry on the side of Biscos is definitely happier at the moment.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, he's having the freest farm time. We'll go for the tier 1 tower towards top lane and secure that one. Mask of Madness next. I'm actually surprised Pyke doesn't have more farm. He is third in net worth, but feels like he had the freest of lanes. I mean, 17 denies. You don't get gold for denies anymore, so it doesn't give you that much, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe he overspent on regen, and maybe some of those CSs are actually Eidolons rather than lane creeps, so they do give a bit less gold. But yeah, I agree. It felt like he could have been a bit further ahead. But no, it's a Luna. You just get that Mask of Madness and you suddenly accelerate quite a bit, so shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Alampi is a bit behind in experience, though. Behind the Magnus, behind the Sven, behind the Enigma. Really is gonna need to catch up somehow.
He was top for a long time. He was there for like 2 minutes, so no surprises.
Yeah, even later went for the TP back top. Did manage to make sure Parker dropped at that point, though, which is always going to be a plus. Who, speaking of Parker, he is still top net worth, has the Mask of Madness done.
Oh, they know where Lumpy is.
Yeah, they have a ward on the spot, and the dive comes in. Kill gets secured, looking for Moose, who is on the run. One more Malefice was needed to get the kill, possibly there. They will get the slow, though. Michel, can he get the connection? Not even needed. Double doom possibility, too far away. Vitality is too far gone. And Michel in the trees. He's just going to keep them distracted for a little bit longer. Will lose his life, but I mean, massive amounts of TPs being forced out.
You get the Grimstroke kill, Soulbind being wasted. Starbucks definitely putting a lot of pressure in this buys time here for Jim Park. He already has that Mask of Madness, already working towards his Echo Saber. So both carries overall happy here, and you could even say the Starbucks doing a bit more with their rotations than Beast Coast. That Tombstone being on cooldown also means they can keep the aggression if they want to.
Yeah, the problem is going to be, well, is done right now. Alone is getting his Blink Dagger delivered. So you're going to have the Magnus Skewer plays the entire time this game. He also went for 4 points in Shockwave, 2 points in Skewer, and, of course, RP. So it's a very aggressive Magnus build. A lot of Magnuses actually only go for 1 point in Shockwave and just max level and power, but mid wants to make plays.
Yeah, definitely Gene Park type team. And you know, that's one issue I kind of brought up during the draft that feels like they are trying to fix. Alone being very selfless with the way he's playing. We'll see if that's going to be a plus or a problem moving into this game. But I do like that he's being active. Maybe too much, but yeah, to be seen.
Still no Doom usage either on Vitality this game. Really should need to find some kills out of...
That's their problem, right? They have no lockdown. It's like Boundless Strike and what? That Boundless Strike is their only decent duration stun.
Maybe get a Centaur creep soon enough.
Yeah, just have the Harpy, the mana burn right now, and the smoke.
Useless at this stage of the game. But yeah, you are right. The best lockdown they have is probably Boundless Strike plus Inkswell, Soulbind combinations that they have. But still, the enemy team can most of the time just run away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, we do see a pause here. They were trying to bait the double damage rune on Alone, but there's no vision from Bisco, so they're not even aware that the double damage exists. Amplify damage. So
yeah. Hey, stick with the program right there, buddy boy. Why is it saying key?
Maybe like someone's at the door. That they got their DoorDash.
Well, then you'd say
I don't know.
door, not key. Maybe it's the keyboard.
Maybe it's the translation thing, right? He's like, I gotta get the key for the door. So he's, it's translation sometimes like can be
Then
like
you
that.
still just say door.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to help Jim Park here. Maybe he's looking for his stream key. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
I'm going with keyboard.
It is actually probably the right choice, but just trying to be combative here. I think he can be entertaining.
No, I'm always right. So why is
Right. I
Lone's
wish we
G in
could
green?
type, so I could actually ask if it was the keyboard.
Yeah, we could actually ask. How can you type in green?
I don't know. I know there was a time you could have different colors for your nickname, and it was like a code, right? You could.
Yeah, that was in like you had that with like CS,
Yeah.
Counter-Strike, Source, and stuff.
So
In the age-old days, but can you
old
still do
school COD says the production. Okay, so apparently there is we have the technology
Call
for
of Duty.
colored
Ah,
letters.
yeah. Yeah, it was also in Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. It was all those old games. They always had those weird stuff. And stuff blinking, RuneScape.
Radiant's courier has been
Well,
killed.
they did take the tower here. Devil yet to really use a black hole, no doom. Another very passive South American game, man. I don't know what's happening. Are times changing? Like, what's going on?
I mean, Tundra is dominating teams with this play style. It's just farm until your timing is right and then kill the enemy.
Radiant's top tower
Which is always a
watching.
neat one.
Too much European Dota, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's superior, so.
I mean, it actually is, so can't really disagree with that. We know that most of the South American teams, at least the high tier ones, try to scream with European players. So no surprises, they are slowly bending the knee to the European way of playing Dota.
Yeah, well, they still have their own playstyle, obviously. Every region has their own playstyle, but even within the region, every sub-region has their playstyle, every team has their every player has their playstyle.
That's true. That's such a beautiful words coming from you, DK Truman. Have you thought of maybe writing poetry?
I actually
Everyone's
used to do that
beautiful
back in
and
the
different.
very
Oh, really?
long time ago when I was like 16. I don't know
Oh.
why. It's horrible that I ever did that. It's on a website somewhere, and I don't remember which.
On your
website.
Tumblr, DK Truman, XOXO. Oh, RP, they fight the Doom. This is huge.
I don't really know why he RP'd though. He was walking behind him while Invis ruined, so he could have just like blink skewered. But
Dire's top tower.
yeah, they do manage to get the kill. Right now, Jim Park, he's got the Echo Saber plus Mask of Madness. Feels very strong. Is close to his Blink Dagger. Still haven't seen a freaking Doom this game though.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. Beast Coast, at least in the first series we cast from them, very passive, very calculated. In a lot of games, they just like won in the last 5 minutes, and it felt like they had their backs against the wall the entire time. This time, though, at least net worth-wise and pressure-wise, it feels like Starbucks is definitely getting to them. It doesn't feel like they're getting everything they want. Sure, the Luna's farming, but as you said, this Doom yet to out. Lumpy's Monkey King, I mean, he has his Maid Slayer, but not really feeling the impact we saw in some of the other games. At least not so far.
It's still early days, of course, but when you let Parker freely farm, the game gets really tough because he is insane. I think probably top 3 farmers in Dota globally. He always manages to find a ton of farm and is very solid in that approach, at least.
Yeah. he definitely isn't. We might get to see that first Doom. Oh, look at that. Those mines. Totally stopping. They know exactly what's happening here.
This
That
is the
smoke
second
gank.
smoke gank that's failed. There was one previously top as well, failed because of the exact same reason. Just randomly placed mines all over the area as a scouting tool.
Vitali gets... okay, maybe he didn't actually see Devil nearby. At least he's gonna munch
Black
down
hole?
some Eidolons.
Maybe black hole.
He is available.
Do they want to go? TPs are coming in mass from the Radiant side. That Doom lost so much HP in a short amount of time, and there is a Monkey King rushing by. Needs to disengage, and there will not be a fight coming out because, of course, those mines are blocking any entry, so no one's taking any engagements.
Yeah, it's really awkward. You don't know where they have mines. You don't know where you can step, and they don't really have any aggressive vision here from beastcoast on the dire jungle. It is pretty much fully blind, so I get why they are a bit scared of moving forward.
Pike's going for the Manta style. Okay, that's obviously a very Luna-esque item. Though, how does the matchup between a Luna and a Sven go through?
I would say Sven has a slight advantage, especially when he's like 3k gold ahead, like he is right now. Sven, at least until the Luna has shard, should be able to burst her down. I think, you know, with level 15, Blink, Echo, can probably solo kill her. The shard is not done just yet.
Radiant are scanning.
But yeah, if the Luna gets ahead in farm, then things get a bit trickier. But overall, I would say the Sven has the advantage, especially when you also have in power. It's just a lot of damage coming out from Parker.
Michel spots out moves. He wants to go in, but it's a bit too dicey without knowing where his opponents are currently at. But he is doing a good job at just finding vision all over the map, having all those proximity mines scouting the areas. Magnus is going Aghanim Scepter. Horn Toss coming back into the game. It's obviously collapse Magnus with the shard back in... well, the first TI that they managed to win with Spirit, that was a great item. I don't really see many Magnuses going for that item anymore.
Yeah, when you have techies, I think you definitely have a bit more of an incentive for that. You can horn toss people into black hole, and the mines, which you see Undying. Mr. Gardic here falling in the dire jungle. Yeah, I mean, the gold advantage is maintaining, right? But you have this Doom, a little bit of that gold is artificial. And the difference between the Luna and the Sven is, like, growing a little bit. This is scary.
Yeah, it's almost a 3k advantage now. He's done with the S and Y. Always status resistance against Doom. Soulbind, gonna be very useful. They do spot out the Abaddon. You could technically doom him to just at least get a kill. And he pops the borrow time. Though Skewer onto Lumpy. Monkey's gonna get dragged back. Wukong's command, but there is a black hole on top. The kill does get secured. Soulbind onto 2. They get the double doom off. Can they find the kills behind it? RP by alone goes in aggressively. Will get blown up with the Eclipse. And the double doomers will be able to get out. So it will be a 1-for-1 mid trade. But Soulbind double doom was used. Jim Park is still nearby. Doesn't have his God Strength just yet. They're gonna jump in. The mines are doing a ton of work here. And Gardic with the stun onto Pike coming in next is Parker. He is 10 seconds away from God Strength available. And we'll be going after Pike. He's on the run. Inkswell should be able to get him out, but the rest of the team might have to disengage. Moves will be finished up by Parker coming through, and now he's on a 4k net worth lead for the Sven.
Really clutch RP from the mag. It doesn't get any kills instantly, but the fact that he can reset from the Doom and then re-engage, even without the God Strength, means that now Pike, he could be dead. There is God Strength available. Oh,
yeah,
he's dead, I think.
Parker knows exactly what route he's running, and will get the dominating streak. 18 is his level on the Sven, and he is just in control right now.
Gigantically farmed, 3k HP, has that status resistance you talked about, and they're gonna steal the Wisdom Room? No.
Moose grabs it, but might cost him his life here. And they will be able to secure the counter kill. Going for the Tormentor as well. Get that quick steal. Always great. The shard on Techies is super good. The shard on Abaddon is okay. It's okay. It's not like... yeah.
It's better on core Abaddon, but it's fine, right? It's fine.
It's not that bad though, because Miscoil, the healing aspect's pretty nice still. With the extra attack damage on it.
Lumpy will TP out here. I guess he was trying to steal the Wisdom Rune, but couldn't get there in time. So this is 2 Wisdom Runes. I guess 2 Tormentors and 1 Wisdom Rune for Starbacks. This is probably going to be the Abaddon Shard. Oh, Davo actually gets it. It's honestly a really good shard.
Oh yeah, on Enigma it's a great shard. The extra Malefice stun duration. That also summons more and more Eidolons the entire time is huge. Also, Parker picked up that experience rune. You know, because it's all about that safe laner. Who cares about your supports getting their level 12s, their level 2 alties? Parker's like, nah, I want my level 20 talent. Actually, I want my level 30 as fast as possible. Like,
yeah,
Alone is level 13, Parker's level 19. That's the difference that you can easily spot out now.
Hello.
All
He
Parker
actually
does
gets
for
the
that
kill with the hammer,
all
man.
he does for that kill is just throw his Storm Hammer. He's like, I'm finishing Roche, I want that Aegis, and then he sees the Undying
But
Walk
he's a
little bit
benevolent
close.
man. He's gonna give the Aegis to his mid player.
Oh, that's a good lad. Also, he's playing Sven, so it's kind of a weak item on him. If you die with God Strength already used, your damage is lacking regardless. Oh,
I do like this play. They tried to bait that they were not going to be as close by finishing the Roche only with the mag. Oh, so close. But they're not going to get anything out of that smoke. But it was a nice try.
It was definitely a nice attempt to try and catch out that Monkey King jumping about. Speaking of which, that net worth is not looking too... Both mid laners struggling in terms of net worth. Obviously, Alone has a different task this game. He's not a carry whatsoever. That's also eminent by his item build and skill build that he went for previously. All he is supposed to do is make plays for Parker.
They're so farmed on supports as well. There's already Boots of Bearing on the Abad, and they were talking about the lack of catch on Beast Coast. How do you catch them when they're moving at 500 move speed with those Boots of Bearing, and you can even slow them down? It's gonna be really tough.
I was actually thinking for a sec, by the way, Chris, the Sven is going for the Daedalus, but I was thinking for a second, how does Kanda work on that hero? Because God Strength, and you throw Stormhammer and then just like...
That's actually interesting. If the cooldown was slower, right? If it was like 9 seconds, maybe you could make an argument for it. It's just
it's a bit too
12
long.
seconds too long. Yeah. Or maybe if it proc on items, right? If when you use Harpoon, the Kanda would proc, then you definitely... Oh, Alone. Missing the skewer here. Okay.
I kills a kill. A kill's a kill. But Parker,
I don't think they care that RP's on cooldown right now.
Parker's... You're not going to have to wait long until he doubles anyone else in this game in terms of net worth. Even though his
Can't really
item
fit that
slots
much
are
gold, though.
I mean, you can get a Satanic for the Mask of Madness, Swift Blink. He wants a Lincoln's. Then you have an equipped Ags, the Shard. He still doesn't have the Shard.
True.
Moon Shard. Still plenty of slots.
Alright, this is by far the, I guess, weakest we've seen Beast Coast look. At least in that series where they did beat South Team. There were times, there was even games that they lost, but this one, I struggled to really find a way for them to win. They really need to counter-initiate properly once they try to go high ground, which could be... I mean, still a minute for RP, but they're so far ahead that I wouldn't be surprised to see them at least try to poke a bit
Dire's
more.
bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top
I
tower
mean, they
is
said
under
even
attack.
if RP's on cooldown, you always have that black hole. You also have God Strength on the other end. Hell, you have a Techies that is severely farmed up.
Yeah, he is really, really farmed ahead of even that Abaddon we're talking. That is very, very wealthy. But, well, in terms of items here for Beast Coast, they have BKB Shivas on Vitali. So he does have an easier way initiating now. Also has the center stun. So it is another source of catch for them. The Luna has the shard going for that Kanda we were talking about. Still needs a fair amount of gold, though. And, I mean, the Monkey King is... I guess he's going to finish his BKB, and that's about it.
Yeah, the Monkey King doesn't really have the impact that last pick would want to have. Bike takes a lot of damage while smoked up. They know, okay, they smoked on the side of Beast Coast. Because Michel has mines all over the place. He just knows.
I think this is, what, the third time they tried to smoke, and it instantly backfires because of the techies?
Yeah, he's playing a mean techies this game.
It's crazy, right? It's one of the things that, for the untrained eye, for someone that's not paying attention, you wouldn't see the impact that the techies has had in this game. But it's honestly crazy. I think Beast Coast, it's already really hard for them to take fights, and if when they decide to do it, they always end up find a mine and kind of give up on the smoke. It feels
Radiant's
really
bottom
bad.
tower is under attack.
I actually like this from Lumpy. Instead of going for the BKB, because they have two BKB piercing tools in the RP and Black Hole anyway, he went for the Heaven's Halberd, which the extra evasion is always nice for yourself, but it's also, if you disarm the Sven who doesn't have a BKB, that
True.
Sven just becomes so useless for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that's a Sven with no Cur as well. He will have the Lincolns at least to deal with the Heaven's Halberd. But see, his career is dead, so it's going to take a while for that to become a reality. Blink BKB, also very close for Devil. I think they might be ready to
Are scanning.
play a bit harder there on the side of Starbucks. They have every item timing you could have wished for. Lincoln's, Blink BKB on the Enigma, and Blink Aetherland's Ags on Mr. Lone.
Aetherlands. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
the fishing Magnus build. He's playing Stardew Valley right now.
I love Stardew Valley.
It's awesome.
I'm a sucker for, in general, any like farming game. I was always a Harvest Moon fan growing up.
Mm-hmm. I didn't play that much, honestly, but my girlfriend kind of sold me on Stardew Valley. It's really relaxing to play.
Yeah, it's just put your brain at zero and do stuff. It's nice.
Look at those mines. It's gonna reveal where Lumpy is if he jumps. There you go.
And again.
It's
Yep,
like, you cannot play Dota, man. Like, this is impossible.
they do re-smoke. And that's very obvious that they are smoked, considering Lumpy just jumped in with Primal Spring while smoked.
And now they can smoke, knowing that Beast Coast is probably out of smokes. They only have one on the Undying. That's about it. Oh. Did he just
I think he
die
just
to the
took
mines as he...
I think he just took the gateway and blew up. Because the other two are also almost dead.
He only has
You're playing
1200
against
HP.
techies. This is the BS playing against techies. It's not as bad as the old one used to be,
look
but it's
at
still
Vitaly.
pretty nasty. Can you get the blink away? Nope. Godlike for Parker.
Alright. This has been a very, very sad game here for Beast Coast. They didn't get to play Dota.
It's still not over, but yes, they've just been pushed back the entire time. Canada's now done on the Luna, is going for the BKB. Doesn't really want to fight until he gets BKB, but even with the item, Black Hole, RP, fighting in this game is really hard for the Radiant side. Unless you get like a double Doom off on them, you're dead.
I think the last double Doom we saw was, I mean, the last Doom was the double Doom, and was that one where Alone RP'd so they could disengage, and that was 15 to 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that seems about right. They haven't really attempted anything since then.
I mean, they attempted. They just could never walk 10 miles, I guess 1 mile, without finding a mine and just giving up on life.
How could you rectify this right at this stage? Is there an item that they're looking for, or maybe wait for another Roche fight to try and take a fight there?
I think the way they can actually take an advantageous fight this game is waiting for Starbucks to go at them. And that is, like, despite the fact Starbucks was really far ahead, they never attempted high ground with that Aegis. And I think that was very smart, because that is when the team fight for them works, right? Because they're going to initiate, then you drop the tombstone, and it's just much harder for them to disengage if they are the ones blinking on you. But they're just amassing this gigantic net worth that even when Beast Coast takes the best fight possible, they might be too far behind for it to really matter. Like, Beast Coast, they're trying to take the aggressive stance, but their draft's really bad at it. Like, really, really, really bad.
Yeah, they're just getting outplayed, really, map-wise. And it's all about that techies. It's actually just the techies that has done too much in blocking any fight engagements they can take. And I think going for a possible Roshan would be a great one, because that is when you know the enemy is going to be close to the area. Though, speaking of Roche, it is a super fast respawn timer, and it will be up right now. Will they check it, though?
They will.
Lumpy spots it out. This could be pretty big. They will lose their Tormentor top, though, as a response.
Yeah, I mean, when they see the Tormentor falling, I think this is a big... this is a big moment for them. If they instantly go for it, Gardic will TP away.
Yeah, Parker
actually goes to the base.
So...
yeah? There we go.
This is pretty big. This is their chance to take the
Can
seal.
they do it fast enough, though? Because they're actually not that good
They
at
don't have
roaching.
the Undying there. Undying is probably the best tool they have with the Tombstone and Flesh Golem to get it done. Alone, drag back, tries to get the top lift. RP used, Alone dropping low. Magnus is dead. And this is big. Lumpy looking for possibly more.
Yeah, no buyback on that Magnus. They didn't use the Doom, which is the big part. So, yeah, this could be a free Roche for them. They're gonna smoke here despite not having the Magnus. Okay, this is gonna be huge.
Radiant's middle tower
Can they get the job done, though? All the Doom has to do is that Enigma to take him out of the fight.
I mean, do you Doom the Sven before ulti, though, or do you Doom the Enigma?
The problem is
I
Sven's
think
got a
it's-
Lincoln's, and it's really... like, if you lose your Doom in this fight, it's going to be too rough. Vitality jumping through there is going to be the black hole used onto the Doom, and the Doom is dead. Tombstone was not able to get dropped in time to try and go for the saving play, because it was used inside the pit. And Eclipse gets used by Pike. XDS! Borrow time, instantly full HP. Roshan dies. The Aegis does get secured by the Luna.
Heaven's Halberd!
Yeah, Heaven's Halberd disarm onto Jim Park, but once he gets a couple of hits and he is doing nasty work, the Tombstone in the pit's actually really rough to deal with, because there's so many zombies just chucking about.
Okay, somehow this is still like not a terrible fight for Starbucks, but at least they were the ones to get the Aegis. They denied from Starbucks, and they're gonna live to fight another day. As we said, it's not that easy for them to go high ground without an Aegis. So this might delay the game significantly for Beast Coast here.
The weird part about that fight is, well, it's not necessarily weird, but they dropped the Tombstone in the pit to be able to kill Roche a bit faster. But if Gardic did not do that and he kept the Tombstone, he could use, because he has a save. He has the shard. He bought it specifically so that you can save against Black Hole or RP. And it was on cooldown. That's really, that can't happen. That's your only way to save your allies if they get black holed.
I think the problem there was if you're dropping the tombstone in the Roche pit, you need all of your heroes to be closer to the pit. Oh,
Vitali doesn't even have a chance to respond.
Gets
Does
the
get the
BKB off.
double doom
Double
off
doom.
onto very big targets. Alone Magnus and Parker on the Sven running away. There is not going to be a black hole for 60 seconds. Can they catch up to Parker? He is very fast.
he's really fast.
He is insanely fast. Inkswell stun isn't going to be able to get a connect. Okay.
Good dispel.
Does pop it off, but Devil is there with the Malefice to get the second round of debuff stuns coming through. Abaddon will lose his life. The Wukong's command might be a little bit overkill, but they will get themselves a couple of very big kills. Finally, they managed to get a good Soulbind double doom combination off on the side of Beast Coast.
Dude, that was honestly incredible here from beastcoast. Sure, there's a Linken's on the Sven, but they were able to cast Soulbind and cast Doom on the Mag. He doesn't have Linken's, so you still get the full effects of both spells. And this is honestly starting to become pretty scary here. Looks like beastcoast, just like in those other games they clutched it out, they're finding ways, you know. It took them a little bit of time to figure it out, but they're slowly finding ways to fight against Starbacks.
Yeah, it's getting a bit scary as well, because the Monkey King is very underfarmed, but it is a hero that scales nicely. He also has the AC now done, going for the Abyssal Blade, so he's just finding so many tools against Parker. And if Parker's not going to be able to deal the damage, considering the build on the rest of the heroes, no one else on the Dire side will get damage in, because Alone has sacrificed everything for Parker.
And that's the thing with Sven. He just, not only he gets 6 slotted too fast, but he is also very cooldown reliant. He can still buy a refresher and backpack it if he wants to, but one, you don't get the cooldown, you don't get the refresh cooldown if you have it on the backpack. So it's just weird to buy refresher if you're not gonna like actually have it in your inventory. Yeah, I mean, he is literally 6 slotted. There's nothing else that he can buy besides a Moon Shard.
Oh, Michel does get spotted out, but they're looking for the big one. That's the Enigma, who is going to get doomed up trying to go for the TP. Will get the TP to safety.
Huh.
And
Okay.
the Luna
They fight
on the
Jim
side
Park.
is going to get saved with the Tombstone. Drag back coming through. Alone has the RP, does get the control going in. Inside the Wukong's command, Lumpy needs to try and stay alive, but Jim Park, he's got that BKB. Dodge the damage coming out. Lumpy will get taken down. Silence onto the Sven, but the Sven is just pumping damage like nobody's business. Gets a double kill and can even continue moves. They want to go in onto Jim Park, and actually, Moose was a little bit too low.
They
with
were
that
waiting.
Inkswell stun.
He was waiting to pop it, but he just crit 2000 HP.
That was okay. That was a very sad way to die, because you were like,
Yeah.
okay, that Inkswell stun comes out now. Then you throw out the War Stomp. Then you probably have the damage, and Jim Park says, no, I'll just crit your face off.
Holy moly. And yeah, they don't have God Strength, but he's still gigantically farmed. And you have that Abaddon aura, that Curse of the Avernus, and the Boots of Bearing.
In the fountain, gotta be a bit careful there on the chase. I am baffled, by the way. It makes sense that you can, but I'm baffled that the Enigma just BKB TP out when being doomed.
Yeah, that's...
Not being...
And you would say, like, everyone thought that Doom was heavily nerfed after they did that change, but the hero is still bonkered, right? Like, it looked good for the Enigma, but, yeah, the hero is still really strong. Okay, what's happening here?
Soulbind down to 2. They lost a set of racks. There is no Doom for 15 seconds. Black Hole gets used by Devil, though, and that's a really big 3-man Black Hole catch coming through. Tombstone saved to try and stay alive for a little bit longer. Luna is on the run, but will be finished off by Parker. And that, it does look like it's going to be GG. 3 heroes left alive. Make that 2 in a second, because Vitally doesn't have much left. Lumpy's going to chase for Jim Park. Doom gets thrown, but it gets soaked by the Lincolns, it seems. So the Doom is gone. Chasing for Michel. Seems they might survive for a little bit longer. Vitally is actually very tanky here. And they're chasing for Jim Park. Lincolns does get popped again. And has a boundless
blink
strike at the ready, but Parker is dodging them completely. And they're still alive.
Oh.
Somehow.
Okay, somehow only Jim Park survived that fight. But that was a clutch black hole from Devil. We didn't got to see a lot of those. But he just came back with vengeance, gets black hole on 3 targets. They couldn't cancel it. And the Luna just melted. Despite all of the auras, despite the Cloak of Flames and the Shard, he just couldn't really get... that's a Sven with no boots that was chasing the Luna, honestly. It's crazy.
It does help. Warcry gives you, what, 22% movement speed increase?
Yeah, he has Aviana's Feather as well. He has a lot of move speed when he blinks.
He has 42 passive movement speed.
That's crazy.
That's kind of insane. Then with the Warcry buff, yeah. He's most of the time just going to be hasted.
All right. God damn. He also has a fair amount of gold. Not enough for his buyback. But, yeah. Do we have any big items coming out here? The Enigma is getting pretty close to a refresher. Or, I guess this is a Nocturne. What is this?
Yeah, that's refresh. It should be, a refresher, right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess he already has the recipe, and he has the refresher flying out to him right now. Not enough mana for double black hole, though. Just the double black hole BKB is already a lot, and he does need to reset to get the full combo off.
Yeah. Maybe swap in the Philosopher's Stone just to get the mana. Parker going up the high ground. They don't have the best high ground defense. Trees all get cut, and the TP gets cancelled by Vitali because he knows that otherwise he would get blown to smithereens. Xyz is walking forward, not caring. There's going to be the skewer drag back. Black hole onto the Luna.
Tombstone?
Can they save his life, though? They need to get the Tombstone. There is the Tombstone save. They will lose alone already thanks to the Doom. Chase in for more. Going for Jim Park, who's going to go for the TP out. Lumpy has the Basher. Doesn't get lucky. And the rest of the team.
I cannot believe he TP'd away in front of 5 heroes.
I can't believe that he just doesn't bash on the monkey. Bash, damn it, bash!
Well, they do have Roshan in front of them, and
Ooh.
I don't think they can stop this here inside of Starbucks. So this game keeps on giving. It was a very slow start, but it is getting tense and more tense by the minute here.
Yeah, the Tombstone save is just doing so much for the Radiant side. Roche is about to drop, but they will
get Megas.
Yep, that's going to be mega secured.
Are under attack. Radiant's middle.
But, I mean, at this stage, you have to sacrifice it to make sure that they don't get a free refresher on the opposing side.
It's still worth it. They did get an Eggs, right?
No, you get the shard, or what do you mean?
That's the third Roshan on Radiant should be Eggs, right?
No, third Roshan on Radiant is refresher shard. They swapped it in the last big patch between Dire and Radiant.
But who has it then?
Doom.
Oh, okay, I'm blind. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Radiant are scanning.
Time to
He also
make
has the
some
banner,
new
by the
YouTube
way.
videos on the patch notes right there, Bowie.
Radiant
Yeah. I don't know, man. When they released the patch, it said that the banner was on the Dire side, and it was never on the Dire side. So
Did it?
I did get. Yeah, it did. It's still wrong in the patch notes if you read it. So
I don't really read those patch notes. I always get fair. Like I skim through them to look at the heroes I like, and then normally when I play games, I just hover over, the question mark thingy, or that it's like, oh, this changed on this hero. Oh, okay. And that way I learn everything about the patch. Because otherwise it's just, okay, I read the entire patch, and what did I learn? Absolutely nothing, because I forgot everything.
the best way is just to play the patch and lose 10 times until you get it right.
Normally when the patch starts, I win so much. And then when everyone gets used to the patch, I lose so much. Because
Really?
everyone's like...
I think it's the opposite for me. I think I learn the broken things faster, but then...
like, walking away against the God Strength use?
That's just
Yeah.
not strengthening news right now.
For me, it's usually in my pubs, people see stuff that they saw on Reddit, and they try it, and they lose.
RP.
Oh, drag back. Vitali pops the BKB, gets the Doom off, throws it onto Parker. There's the Eclipse as well. Alone is dead again. The chasing quickly. Vitali trying to get the catch on to Jim Park, who has a second round of BKB. But they find 3 kills, and now Parker on the run. He is so freaking fast.
He's alive.
It's insane how stupidly fast this hero is. This makes no sense. XTS, nice use, keeps the monkey away. But they do manage to get 3 kills.
They did. There's a second Godstrike because of the refresher here, and as you can see, he does need to keep the harpoon in his backpack for all of that to be worth it. Yeah. No buyback on the Enigma. This could be at least 2 sets of Rex. I think 3 is probably not going to be possible, even though they have this farm Luna. I wonder if they're going to go tier 4s just to pressure as much as they can.
I think they have to, because there's a tier 2 tower top and tier 2 tower bottom, so you can only get the middle set of racks.
Alright. This is going to be interesting.
There is no BKB Sven. That is on cooldown for 30 more seconds.
Oh, he refreshed. He used the 2 BKBs, but he did keep the God Strength, I see.
Luna's getting close to level 25. Honestly, every Luna goes for the Luna Blessing damage talent, which I just find despicable.
Yeah.
I hate that talent.
I don't like it either.
It feels so absolutely god-awful.
Mm-hmm.
20
I
damage
agree.
at
Honestly,
level 25? Really? What?
You're gonna get an eggs, like whether by the fact that you don't have any of your slots and you're gonna buy your eggs, or it's gonna drop from Roche. So that OT with the talent just feels so much more
Even
powerful.
without the Aghanim Scepter, in the team fight, if they're like, the mini stun is just nasty.
Yeah, yeah.
And 20 damage for the people around you is just non-existent. That just get a Vlad's on the support, and that's way more than 20 damage.
I mean, it is 40 at nighttime, right? But it's still like, it's a 25 talent. It should be better.
Yeah, it should definitely be a lot more impactful.
Oh, look at that.
Alone gets the
RP
drag
on the
back
Doom.
onto Vitali again. Gardic.
Tombstone
save. Can he get close enough? No, he cannot, but there's going to be the Stomp throw now. Double Doom being thrown onto the 2 other laners, and
Doom's
they're going to
alive.
be chased down. Vitali is just not dying in these black holes. XTS being controlled up, and Parker already dipped out from that engagement completely. He's got Iviana's feather, so you just see him flying about. But again, like, not even the tombstone save was required there. He just straight up got smacked.
They do have buybacks here, but this is looking... Man, this is very similar to game number 3 of Beast Coast versus South Team yesterday. They had their backs against the wall the whole time. Yeah, you lose this Monkey King, but you're gonna be forced to use some buybacks. There's no RP on this back.
Oh, Parker going in onto Pike. The Luna is in a lot of trouble. Pops the BKB's on the run, but he gets crit into Oblivion, taken down alone, trying to catch moves, but it's all Parker on the chase with a triple kill. He's 21, 2, and 6 on that Sven.
That Stormhammer duration talent is crazy. Felt like the Luna was RP'd, but it was just a Sven stun.
Oh.
Holy
These
moly.
games are, honestly, the 4 Protect 1, I mean, even if they win this game on the Dire side, it's too much. Like, Alone needs to have a bit of a better game. He needs to be able to at least be able to buy a Hurricane, Harpoon plus BKB.
He's behind the tech. He's in that burn right now.
This
Poor
is
guy can't catch a break.
very problematic.
so
they do have buybacks, though.
Yeah,
And Soulbind Double
They
Doom is
have
ready.
Doom as well. No RP for 10 seconds.
Gardic needs to be careful because he doesn't have a buyback, and they know that. So if he dies, he does have the
Aeon
Aeon disc. Can he get himself inside the little Tombstone, there's Devil looking for a black hole catch. He popped his BKB already on the Enigma and won't be able to get much out of it. Load spell reflect comes out to Doom onto the Enigma, so no black hole for the fight at least. The RP gets used onto 2. They don't want to buy back on these cores and will cost them to death. The problem is there is no Undying for the foreseeable future, and there is still a black hole at the ready. Skewer drag back onto Lumpy. He's going to be put in a very uncomfortable spot. Throws out the Wukong's command. They got to dip out of there themselves. And now Luna has rejoined. Yeah, the monkey shard doing work. Leaping out of bounds. Doesn't have a Wukong. There's going to be 2-man stun. Jim Park, oh my god, the catch, the black hole. I don't think it even connected. Vitally is going to go in. There is no buyback for Lumpy's 40 gold away from the buyback right now. And Vitally will not have the saving grace this time. Pike walking in, trying to go for the man fight. Parker, is he going to be able to get the kill? Yeah, no, Pike is going to be able to take down Parker. Finally, they do manage to get a kill onto him, but that does mean that the Luna is going to get dragged back into the black hole to finish the job. And no buyback available for the Luna. Now the monkey finally has a buyback, but they are done for in game number 1. And it was the Parker show. And he showed his stuff.
Wow, this game gave way more than I think it could have. The start was all a Starbucks. They had like full control of the game. As always, it feels like Beast Coast, they kind of wake up. They're not afraid of losing towers, losing heroes. They woke up, but maybe a bit too late. It really felt like from half of the game forward, they